Hey everyone, welcome to Skyrim. This is not going to be part of the standard Let's Play series. This is a test video. I am recording this with a brand new software. I am not using FRAPS like I normally do. I'm using PlayClaw. Testing it out. This is an up-and-coming video recording software, and I'm putting it to the ultimate test right now. Playing Skyrim in Eyefinity, so that's 5,940 pixels by 1,200 pixels, and I'm recording at full resolution, while with FRAPS I normally record at half resolution. So I'm going to be focusing more about talking about the software rather than talking about the game while we play. I have a list of things that absolutely must be included in the software for it to become the ultimate recording software for video game recorders, and I've had this list of mine forever as I've been reviewing and testing various softwares. Let's get started. First, the biggest complaint about FRAPS is that it caps your frame rate. If you want to record at 30 frames per second and your game runs at 60 frames per second, then guess what? You play at 30 frames per second. So you have to either record at a very high frame rate, which uses up a lot more space than necessary, or suffer the lower frame rate. PlayClaw does not do that. I'm only running 15 to 19 frames per second right now while recording, but that's not the software's fault. That's because I'm recording at such a high resolution, and Skyrim is a pretty demanding game. The other thing that the software must absolutely do is have multiple audio recording, meaning record the in-game audio and record my external microphone for commentary at the same time. FRAPS does not do this, so I usually run a second program in the background. I run Adobe Audition in the background and record my commentary separate. But PlayClaw actually does do this, so I'm recording both my commentary and the game right now, both with just that one piece of software. And it has actually quite a few options inside of there that I find really, really great. It lets me put them inside of the video file together, which is not ideal for editing, but it makes it easy. So if I had a whole bunch of clips and I know I've got my game volume set properly so that you can hear me talking over it, that's fine. I mean, that's what I do with my co-op Let's Plays. When I play with Deagleson, Jeff, and Jenna, I always have FRAPS record the microphone audio and the game audio into the file. But what happens is if the game's too loud or if you don't have it set up right, you end up being screwed and you can't hear people talk. But PlayClaw lets me either have it inside the file like FRAPS, and I realize I just said something that FRAPS does not record dual audio. It does. What I meant to say is it doesn't let me have them separate, and PlayClaw does. It lets me have the game audio into one file and lets me have the microphone audio to another file. So when I get to the editing process, I can easily control the volume of each track, so you can always hear me speak. So that's really nice. From there, it has tons of overlay options, way more than you could even make use of almost. It has a timer on here, has my CPU load and temperature. It has my GPU load and temperature, and it gives me my frame rate. It gives me a whole bunch of crazy stuff on here. I wonder why I'm only seeing my CPU is not even 50% loaded and my GPU is only 38% loaded. I don't understand that. Anyways, so let me come up with any negatives. So far, one negative: it does let you resize the video when you're capturing it, which is necessary and really nice. But it only has presets like 1920 by 1200 and 1920 by 1080. Right now, playing in Eyefinity, if I want to resize this by half like I do when I record with FRAPS to save me some hard drive space, then I can't do it because it only has presets. So I can't resize this properly to keep the aspect ratio that I want. The other negative is just kind of the compression options. It's either uncompressed, which is totally not really usable, or motion JPEG, which is super old school. I mean, like, that is one of the oldest codecs in the book. It means it's really compatible with everything, but it means it can't compress very well. So it's a kind of a trade-off, but it does have multi-core rendering, so it can take use of your multi-core CPU. But I would like to see some more codec options in the future, like an H.264 encoder, or let you use your own custom. ZD soft, which I was testing, lets you do that. So I like to record with Lagrith. Lagrith is a lossless codec, and it has really great compression, and it's multi-core. So I really love that codec. That's what I do all my rendering outside of Vegas in. So, yep. Not even paying attention to the game, I'm half asleep anyways, but I just wanted to do a test video to see how this comes out. And I'm going to go ahead and upload this test video just so I can bring some awareness to the PlayClaw program and see how it comes out when I get done with it on YouTube. So I'll see you guys soon.